If you're looking for day trading education and high level trade analysis and dissection, you've come to the right place. My name is Pat Mitchell. I've been a professional trader for the past 11 years, and I just fumbled that intro, but that's all right because it is Thursday. We have one more day till Friday. Let's get into these charts. Let's go over these trades. Took two trades today. One was a very quick in and out, but it was actually interesting because it resulted in actually quite a bit of P&L for the trade, and you'll see sometimes that's the beautiful thing with premium and trading options the way that I do, that you don't really need a big move in order to make your money on the day. But then the second trade on SPY ended up being absolutely beautiful, and we'll go over it and I'll show you how the rest of the day unfolded. So give me one sec here. Let's fire up these charts. I hope you all had a wonderful day. I certainly did. Let's rock and roll. Okay, guys. So I traded SPY, and for those that are just joining us, I just want to point out that these levels are placed prior to the market open. These are not placed after the fact, kind of marking out ranges and this and that. These are the levels that I go off of and develop trade plans at 9 a.m. So 30 minutes before the market open, the trade plans are set in stone. Now, sure, we can always amend the trade plan a little bit, but for the most part, those trade plans, that's what we execute, especially right at the market open, after the chart develops. And that's what we did. So the trade plan on SPY here this morning was, when the market opens, if it comes up, we will execute this short here, add into these highs, which is also a level looking left on the daily chart. So we had two technical levels plus this volatility pop pre-market. Now, obviously, that didn't happen. Now, did it? So at the market open, what we did was, secondary plan was, at the open, if we dip, we come down into this level. We will execute the long. Now we did. Now let me zoom in, because this is the one that I'm talking about, that it doesn't really look like much, but oh yeah, no, it was more than enough. So oops, I got to get the proper chart. So you can see, absolutely nailed that entry as it comes down into that. And I said, I want it below the opening price of pre-market, which is this blue dash level. You might not be able to make it out very well on the screen, but there is a level there. And I wanted it to break that, because when it breaks that, you're going to see a snap down. It just happens. You got to take my word for it. When it snaps down, that's when you can execute and you can really take advantage. And that has everything to do with timing. Timing's really important in your trading. And that's what I help my traders develop as well, is a sense of timing. People talk about everything is timing in the markets. I can actually show you how to time certain things and what to watch for. So executed that long, it pops back up and just kind of holds here. And again, I know it doesn't look like much, but it is. If you take a look here, and I'm going to use the ruler, and I'm going to turn off the magnet so then we can get her. So this trade here was 81 cents a share. Okay. I know we're trading options, but 81 cents results in actually quite a bit of premium. It's a really, really nice trade. And that's what happened. So very small size, because it was just the one entry, and then paid myself on the way up. Even holding a few and stopped out when it cracked below, still resulted in $1,654, all within 5, 6, 7 minutes of the market open. So that was the first trade. Now let's go over the secondary. So because this chart is now telling us a story, right? So if this support level doesn't want to hold, guess what? It's going to fail. So instead of chasing it short, you wait for the ramp back up, which you did. And members did not take this first trade, because the secondary actual proper trade is right here. And we'll talk about that here in a second. But I noticed a few other things on the charts. Now, I'm not going to get into that because that's a whole lesson on its own. But I wanted to start in early. It was small size. I wouldn't call it early, but because of what I saw, started in on the trade, and it resulted in actually a pretty nice one. So the entry was around about $1.60 all the way up to best sell at 265 ish. So 1 point of premium. So let me put that into perspective for those of you that may not understand that. It would be like trading a penny stock, entering at 160, and exiting at 260. You're making one full point. It's a lot, right? Like that's a lot of money on the table, 60%, whatever it works out to be percentage wise. But that's all within a few minutes, right? So that's the first trade. So now I want to zoom in a little bit more and I want to talk about like the trade that we were really after. Because again, we know if this support doesn't hold, right? It sells off. What's going to happen? There's two levels here. There's this and then our main level. It's going to hold and it's going to basically it's like a rubber band. It's going to stretch out and then it's going to have to retest. It has to. Okay? Those are the rules. That's how the market works. So because we know that, now we're going to wait and we're going to wait to execute into the first level of resistance, which is this. And then if it wanted to come up higher, we would enter here and essentially be risking off of this. So very low risk, nice trade. So execute it on the way up, right in here, applying pressure on it because I've seen this trade work out 1,000 times, probably more than that. It's what I trade. It's how I trade. So wait for the retracement, add in, and then really, really nice on this. So this resulted in from $2 from that best entry all the way up to about $3. So another point. And again, to put it into perspective, that would be like taking a penny stock from $2 to $3, but all within 10 minutes. So think of those percentage gains. They're big, right? Again, that's a 50% trade. So on this, like, man, oh man, it's absolutely fantastic. It's beautiful. And the nice thing is, for those of you that might be thinking, well, why not just trade penny stocks? Because these follow the rules beautifully. They follow the rules. It's clean. You can count on the entries. You can count on them following the rules, and they have to follow the rules because institutional traders follow it and trade them. And because of that, we know that technicals will work a whole hell of a lot better than penny stocks and all that other stuff. And you can actually average in with your options. You can correct that average where futures, a lot of people trade futures, you can't. And a lot of people will trade futures. And I'm going to do a video on this because I think a lot of people, they think futures is the answer because they can trade minis and get involved with it. You can get funded accounts and all that shit. The problem is with futures, especially for the next 3.5 years, during this administration, you guys are going to have a real hard time trading futures. And I'll give you a little sneak peek as to what the main bitch that I have with futures. It's that volatility. Now, volatility is your friend, but the issue is when you're trying to build out an account and you have a president that is volatile, whether you like him or not, we all have to agree he is volatile. He can get online and he can tweet something and it's a problem, right? And that's what happens. People are actually seeing that in the crypto markets right now. So, and it doesn't just wash a couple of points. We're talking 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 points you can have in a wash, and it's a problem, right? And there's no way to really correct that because you can't average down. You can acquire more size, right? But where you get filled, that is your entry. It's a problem. This is different. This is much safer, a much better way of doing it. And a lot of people will make the argument that 0-day expiry options are very risky. It's because of how they're trading them. They don't have a proper risk strategy in place, proper entry strategy, management strategy, sizing strategy. They don't have any of that. I do, and I can help you with that. So if you want to learn how to trade to be like a professional, oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I locked in $11,745 on this short. And you can see these beautiful, beautiful trades later on. Like this is how accurate this is. And I can teach you exactly how to do this. So come to tricktrades.com if you want to learn to trade like a professional and work with a coach that actually gives a shit and wants you to get you there. And if you don't, that's fine. I understand a lot of people have been fucked over before. I get it. You're wary of services, then don't. Just continue to watch my free stuff. That's why it's there. But you do have to like and you do have to subscribe. But just keep in mind, watching YouTube videos, no matter whose they are, it's just going to take you longer. So if you feel like you have all the time in the world to reach your trading goals, by all means, just stick with the free stuff. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Tomorrow is Friday, and I will be here for the wrap up, and we will go over the recap tomorrow, and I'll see you guys there. Adios.